Hi, how are you? I'm Karen. It's nice to meet you. Robert.
This car.
Yeah. Good. Colleen, could you hear me now?
Yes.
Is
Yep,
it
you're good.
choppy?
No, it's not choppy.
Okay. Issue. Always. Couple minutes. We're running a little behind. Dan Taylor's coming. He'll be 5 minutes late. So. We're here. Yeah, no, that's why we're sticking around, because he's gonna be here. That's the only reason. Your slideshow looks great.
So.
Come on in, don't be shy. Robin, are you taking notes? Are you taking notes? You're so good. I hope it makes sense. But it's a good podcast. Woo, full house.
Yeah.
All right, cut the music, Cole. Hi, how are you? I don't know how to cut. All right, guys, let's get two after. We're gonna get started here right on time. Linda, I just unplugged it. Don't worry about it. Thank you. I didn't know how to cut the music. I just unplugged the whole system. I'm not tech oriented. So guys, what we need to do is we need to make sure that we keep all of the communication in the room quiet. If you want to speak, I have to give you the microphone because it causes some feedback on the back end for our people in our business centers. Okay? Hi guys, how are we feeling? Welcome to the August team meeting. It's August, our growth mindset month. So what are we doing? We're empowering like-minded individuals in achieving and exceeding their wealth and personal goals. Our belief system, their Y4C2Ts. And we're going to go right into bucket fills. I'm not going to move on until we get 5 good bucket fills. So Robin's got one for us.
So my daughter had her baby last Friday.
Yeah.
She came in at 6 pounds, 6 pounds, 12 and a half inches, little girl, Kylie Ann Miller. The middle name came from my mom, my sister, and my mother-in-law.
And baby and mom are good.
Yeah, they're good. She was a little like jaundiced when she went to the doctor the other day, but they said just put her underneath the light and
Yeah.
we're all
You
good.
just put them underneath the sizzler light and it's fine.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Congrats. Did you want to say something, Joe Steele?
The window.
That's it. Who else do we got? I can't move on until I get 4 more.
Hey guys, it's Haley. I'm on Zoom. I have one.
I'm sorry, go ahead on Zoom.
I got my first listing and it went live yesterday.
Yay!
Sorry, I'm not there. The baby and I are super sick.
Well, you guys feel better and congrats, Haley.
Thank you.
Cassie.
Haley, you're awesome. I'm going to give it up to Robert, Natalia, and Syed. They have been like hiking every Monday with us, and it's like a little mastermind. And I had a certain goal to hit for hiking, and they made sure that we hit the amount of miles that day on Monday to hit my goal. So I just want to give it up to them for being great friends.
Yay! So what I'm hearing you say, Cassie, is the people that you were surrounded with helped you strive to meet your personal goals. Is that right? Yeah. Wow. It's funny how that happens, isn't it? Who's next? Yes. Yes, you do.
I'm leaving on Tuesday for my to go to Missouri for my daughter's military graduation.
That's you. Yes, congratulations. That's fantastic. And we're going to Mega Camp on Sunday. I'm very excited, right? I need to refill my bucket, so I'm going there, right? Getting around the right people. And anybody else have anything else? Nothing? Okay, we're gonna move right in. August birthday. I feel like the temperature in the room, the energy got sucked out of here. August birthdays. Here's all of our people. Look at all these great human beings that are having birthdays this month. Great. Happy birthday, guys. Woo. Kristen Berger, I see your name on there. Mm-hmm. Woo, Danielle's is tomorrow. Yay. Saturday. Fantastic. Well, happy birthday, all my peeps. Robin's coming up too. Fantastic. Tobias is entering. Let's get him in. All right, so let's meet our newest agents, Olivia and Eliana. You're both here. If you guys could stand up and just give us a little bit about yourself. All right, so Olivia, you want to go first?
My name is Olivia.
Hi, Olivia.
From Seattle. I came here to pursue a lot of business friends. I own a few businesses. I'm a chef and caterer, and we own a lawn and garden store, which we're trying to partner with a landscaper. So I teach piano.
Yay.
And yeah, that's me.
Wonderful. Welcome. Welcome aboard. There you go. There you go, Ellie.
I go by Ellie, and I do a lot of payroll services. So I worked with ADP before, but now I moved over to Paychex. So that's kind of what I do full time. My real estate license I got 2 years ago now, I think, but I joined DXP and I didn't really like it that much. So I'm hoping to have a way better experience here, which I already am. So I'm very excited, and I have 3 cats.
Yes, welcome, Ellie. Welcome aboard. Fantastic. All right. So we're going to get right into, we have a situation here that I want to bring up. This is a serious situation regarding Sandra Domenico and her family. Since we're in an environment of family that we like to support and take care of our own, Sandra, I'm going to read you a little story about her stepson, okay? Her stepson's name is Louis, and he was in a terrible motorcycle accident on July 21st. He was hit by an oncoming car when pulling out of his driveway. It was in Nazareth, and it threw him 109 feet. He suffered brutal injuries, including a broken clavicle, broken vertebrae, concussion, road rash, ruptured spleen, and a damaged lung. He had emergency surgery a week later due to internal bleeding from the ruptured spleen. He's now home, but has to wait 4 months to see if the spleen will need to be removed. He is the sole provider for his household, for his fiance and their 4 kids. He sold all of his motorcycles to help pay for their rent. If there's anything that we could do to help, we have a QR code to donate, Venmo or PayPal. But what we're going to do right now is a 50-50. We're going to collect $10 a ticket, and we're going to do a 50-50 for her. So I know Robert and Donestio, you guys want to walk around, and we'll do a little collection here, guys. And we'll have this flyer up for if you guys want to contribute at a later date, okay?
Somebody doesn't have the law possible.
Yeah, Venmo or PayPal, the QR codes are up. So if you guys want to do that, and then we'll have to tally up how much we're going to be getting from Venmo and PayPal and then figure it all out. Oh, let me move that out of the way. All right, you're welcome. All right, and please remember that you're going to be getting this slideshow, so it's my expectation that you guys open it and review the information, watch the little videos, and hopefully send out some donations. Okay, we'll take a second on this. Can't see it. We have a very robust day today, okay? We have a lot of speakers. We have a lot of information that we're going to be pumping out. So we're not going to take too much time on this. Anyway. All right, you guys on Zoom, just hang tight a couple minutes. All right, we're gonna move on. You guys okay? Donna, you're gonna have to check with Colleen how much money came through, so we know how to split it up. You know what we'll also do, we'll also collect during lunch if you guys want, and then what we could do is pull the drawing before the class at 12:30. That way it gives us a little bit more time. How about that? All right, I don't want to hold anybody else up. All right, sounds good. Thanks, Robert. Thanks, Donna. Guys, I got some really exciting things I want to show you now. If I could have everybody's attention. All right, let's go. I'm reviewing the exciting things now. Let's bring some more energy into this room because it got sucked out of here somehow. So maybe everybody needs to stand up for a second. Why don't we all stand up? Let's stretch it out. Let's get some energy in here. Let's move around. Yeah. I understand, but I need to feel it. Let's feel it. All right. All right. Let's get down. Let's digest this thing of beauty that we have right here, guys. So let's talk about our numbers. Closed units. Month over month, we are down 3%, year to date, 0.8%. Give it one. Closed volume, we are up 16.7%. Month over month, we are up 7.3% year to date. Give it one. Listings taken, we're up 14.6% month over month. We're up 2.6% year to date. Let's take a look at this number and let's get really excited about it. Listings taken volume, you guys are up 39% month over month. That is serious business. Give it. We're up 16.3% year to date. We have sold 18.1% more listings month over month. We are up 3.2% year to date. That's it. Listings sold volume, we are up 40.8%, guys. We are selling less units for more money. That is huge. Give it two. Listings sold volume, we're up 11.5% year to date. Well, maybe people were on vacation. We wrote 2% less contracts this past month. But you know what? You guys deserve a little breather. Right? Contracts written volume, 17.4% up month over month. Guys, that's huge. This one? Yeah, give it one. All right. Closed GCI, you guys are up 16.8% month over month. You are up 11.1% year to date in your commission. Thank you, Rick. Thank you. That is something to be extremely proud of. If you guys are looking to provide value to your client and showcase value, if you're newer, if you don't have your own statistics, grab this sheet and use this. Not only take that one, there's going to be another one you're going to want to grab too. But this is huge. This showcases that we are outpacing the market, and that is exactly what I thought we would do because we are the leaders in this industry. I want to congratulate our cappers. Mark. Yeah. Our very own David Coulter. Maxine Foster. Maxine. And Bob Kelly. Yes. Well, if this doesn't knock your socks off, I don't know what will here today. This is our market share. We are ranking at 13.6% market share. That is how many listings and buyers we work with in the MLS. We sell 11% more inventory than our next competitor. Give it a bunch, guys. That's huge. So our next competition is selling 2.4% market share. Okay. That is your second slide to showcase your value in any presentation that you're making, whether with your sellers, whether with your buyers. Who knows the market better than you? Nobody. Nobody. And if you personally don't know the market that well, guess who does? Everybody around you. So reach out and ask them for some help. Pike Wayne, being animals up there, go for it, Pike Wayne. Pike Wayne, 14.2% for our KPG market centers in the Pike Wayne area. The next competitor is 7.7% market share for Chant Hawley. And then Chant, the regular Chant Milford is 6.8%. Do we want to give them a little bit of action? Give them some love. Congrats, Milford. Look at who we have here today. One of our operating partners, Dan Taylor. Hey, Dee. I'm going to need for you to wear your microphone if you don't.
Wow, look at this. This is
There you
fancy.
go. It is fancy here. Everybody, we have Dan Taylor from KPG. He'd like to discuss a couple of things with us.
So I know many of you guys, and for those I don't know, like Karen said, I'm an operating partner with Keystone Partners Group. I'm really here today to just let you guys know that we stand behind your leadership team 110, 20% in terms of what's ahead. I can tell you, unfortunately, I've had the luxury of going far and wide in the industry in the last couple of months. I've been in Anaheim in November for the NAR conferences, Washington, D.C. for the legislative meetings, Harrisburg a bazillion times, with Bob Hay to some, with some of the, we'll call it the exciting adventure ahead for us all. There's no doubt about it. And I say this sincerely, you guys are more prepared than any company and agents in this industry right now. So give it up for yourselves. Truly, and that is those numbers that Karen just shared. I'll add on to that a little bit. You guys are by far the leading market center of all the KPG companies we have right now, and all profit and growth. So give me some applause. The market's down north of 20%, and your profits up over 30%. So your profits outpacing the market by 50%, and that's almost insane in a climate like this. And I think
Should we go spend some money? No,
I think it's a testament to your executive leadership team here. Colleen, Bob, David, Karen, Cassie, you got, and your director of support practices, truly. Cassie's productivity coaching program is a beacon for KPG in terms of all of our offices of what she's been able to accomplish. So that consistently, in conjunction with what we're doing to help you navigate what's next in the industry, the number one thing I'm hearing from our agents across all of our market centers is, my biggest problem is how to explain this to another agent. And I can assure you that's a good problem to have. If you know how to explain it to your client, if you understand it and digest it, We will, as we've always done, lead the industry in helping show them the way. And unfortunately, that's the negative aspect of the industry. But I encourage you all to do this. If you're working with a cooperative agent and you're facilitating the new dynamics of concessions, cooperative compensation, and working that into your arrangement, and you get an agent that says, I don't understand, or has the audacity to tell you you're doing it wrong because their broker never told them how to do it right.
Right.
Feel free to say to them, how do you feel about what's happening? And do you feel like you're prepared? Because the odds are they don't feel prepared. Their broker may or may not have any conversations. That is an incredible opportunity. You guys have shared more profit from this market center than any market center we've got this year. So that's an opportunity for you to facilitate more opportunity for you, more growth, more revenue, more passive income by getting them in a room with a member of your leadership team and saying, hey, if you don't have clarity, certainty, or understanding of what's next, maybe our leadership team can help you do that. And that's the KW belief system of a win-win. So we are working really hard to make sure, Bob, we've been on how many calls in the last couple of weeks and months with our KPG leadership team, in addition to our team leaders across the companies. So even though we aren't in the market centers every day, we are actively engaged with your leadership teams consistently throughout this transition. And we wanted to make sure you guys understand that we're working with them and also to provide you with added resources and value to communicate your value proposition to your clients. One of which I know Karen has given you guys a sneak peek. We should have your site facilitated. We've got websites to facilitate cooperative compensation to other members in your market. I don't know if you want to you don't have to bring it up.
All right.
Have you guys seen it? You've all seen it. You've got a sneak peek. And I assure you, this again is in New Jersey, across our Pennsylvania offices. No one has this. No one has a forward-facing website that is easily and quickly accessible and searchable to get instant information regarding cooperative compensation in the market. And again, that's the value we're trying to bring to you guys to facilitate your relationships and help make sure your seller not only has all the options available to them, but even if they choose cooperative compensation, it's easily facilitated and communicated to your cooperating agents in the market. So again, I just want to let you guys know we're here to back you and back your team, but you're in good hands nonetheless. So thank
We
you.
appreciate you, Dee.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'd be remiss if I didn't show this to you guys. I just wanted to pull up the site that was done for the office that Dan runs, the Scranton office, Clark Summit. This will be modified for our Pocono offices, just so you guys give a little sneak peek. So this is stuff that the ownership group has been working on our behalf. Look at how beautiful that this is for our co-op agents to search. So you just could search by MLS, property address, and then there would be the co-op compensation. Here's the CBC form link if you have a CBC and are offering co-op compensation. So what we're going to be doing as a market center is we're going to be uploading right now all your listings. We're going to be asking you guys to email over the CBCs to the front desk for any property that you have. So that email will be coming out today. Our office staff will be taking on this animal to get all the information in at first. Then it's going to be your guys' responsibility for any new listings. There's a really easy process with just a Google sheet to fill out, and then it auto populates here. So all of that will be getting out to you guys, but just know as an office, we're going to handle the first upload, and we're just going to require those CBCs. Okay?
And if I just add that, just so you guys, the objective behind this site is to save you guys time and energy of having to answer questions. So if you see, you put your cooperative compensation form up, that should alleviate you from having to respond to a ton of text messages and or requests DocuSign forms. So the goal is to help you guys save time and easily facilitate compensation.
So, it's not a requirement. If you guys are offering the CBC, then this is a place to put that just to eliminate some of that, like Dan said. All right, so pretty cool, right? We may not have everything ready for you yesterday, like I know that you want it, but please rest assured that we're working on things as fast as we possibly can, okay? How do I get this to start playing? Right here? Oh, yeah, here we go. It takes teamwork, guys. All right, thank you, Dan. We appreciate you taking the time to come down. I want to take a minute. I want to welcome a couple of new faces that we have in our room today. We have a couple new members of Movement Mortgage, Maria Baxter and Joe Bonaduce. Do you want Bonaduce? Bonaduce. I had to put that Italian on it. Guys, if you guys don't mind stepping up and each wearing a little microphone.
Can I just hold it like that?
Hold it if you'd like.
You can take it from the back of the room. Okay. Okay, thank you, Crystal. You're awesome. Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm Maria from Movement Mortgage, as you said. Is everybody hearing me? Because I can't really hear. Is it going on here like this? Okay. This is new to me, this hybrid thing. Anyway, I'm originally from East Stroudsburg. I grew up here and I moved to Jersey like in my late 20s, early 30s. So I am super excited to come back here, be back in my hometown area. I wanted to thank you all for whoever I've met so far. You guys have been super welcoming. Karen, you've been great. I'm just like really excited to be here. On a mortgage note, I've been at Movement Mortgage for 8 years. I love what I do and I love Movement Mortgage and what we stand for. So as Joe and I will do classes, we'll teach you what Movement stands for. We're an impact lender. So 40% of our profits goes back to the communities. So we're very proud of that. Some of you already know I'm Italian. I like to cook. So when you come in and I'm in the office, you're gonna get my fruit salads. I made cookies today. So there's homemade chocolate chip cookies in the back. We brought some cups for you guys, some stuff to take home. So enjoy that. And lastly, my little fun fact is I also am a salsa dance instructor. So I'm hoping to do a fun salsa event here, maybe in September. Just something fun to get to know me and just have something different to do. So I'll keep you posted on that. And I'm just looking forward to working with you guys and getting to know more of you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Years, 20 years in the industry. Want to let you guys know that I understand you guys probably have some existing relationships and stuff like that, and we're here to help you guys in any way that we can. I always look to form a partnership with the agents that I work with. Honesty, professionalism, reliability, all part of what I do. If you have any loans currently that you're having a problem getting closed, I am your David Hasselhoff. Okay, Baywatch right here. Just call me. Any deals that interest you, let me know. I'm more than happy to step in. I find that typically becomes a great way to build a long-standing relationship. Take something that's garbage and turn it into gold for you. Okay, so definitely don't hesitate to call me. I'm an expert when it comes to credit repair, government loans, outside the box type stuff. Self-employed borrowers that are having a tough time getting qualified. We offer certain programs. Something I do to help the agents out. We do have the playbooks coming out. I believe most of you are probably familiar with the marketing playbooks. Those come out monthly, and you guys should be getting those as emails now as well. I have them on an email chain. And if anybody's interested in list reports, which is a free marketing service that agents that work with me have access to, please let me know. Always happy to help with that. And that's all I'm helping.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Thank you guys. Give them a hearty Pocono welcome. Appreciate it. Now, same face, different name. Marty's coming up with Homefront, right? I'm shuffling the direction of this meeting. Marty's rolling out something. What do you got, Marty? Mike. Joe. Thank you.
Hold on to it. Travis had moved over to Homefront about a month ago, which is a joint venture with KPG, and I really appreciate Dan's support in terms of working together. We also came out with a program recently because we want to get more control of the market, more control of our buyers, and put more money, towards us. So now buyers of Keller Williams listings can get a free appraisal. So if you can bring somebody in, right, and the buyers from another agent, and you can say to that buyer, look, let us give you a pre-approval, maybe better terms, and at the same time, a free appraisal refunded to you at the closing. So it really is good to be part of the joint venture and the things that we can do together. I also wanted to mention this, the whole thing with the new commissions going on, and there's all these questions about seller concessions. And so I've had meetings with Dave and Bob and also Lori and Title. Let's say you have a conventional or an FHA buyer with either 3% or a 6% maximum seller concession. If the seller is paying for something on their side of the altar, it's not a seller concession. So if they put something like the 1% transfer tax and move it from the buyer's column to the seller's column as a fee, that's not a concession from the lender standpoint. It doesn't count. So they could move the 1% transfer tax all to the other to the seller side and still do a maximum seller concession. We've also talked about other fees that we could possibly move to the seller side of the altar, which becomes a fee they're paying, not a concession. So if you have questions about that, feel free to ask me, Dave, Bob, or Lori in terms of helping us move these deals forward in our new environment. Thanks, everybody, for your support.
Thank you, Marty. Thank you, Marty. And if you're also wondering what in the heck Marty was just talking about regarding these mortgages moving money around, what you need to be is broker hour. Where you need to be is our mortgage classes that we have during Trade Tuesdays, and get really acclimated with the language that they're using here. So we appreciate you guys. Thank you for being in-house and our resources here. Let's get into it. Let's get ready to celebrate our top producers. Who's excited? Thank you. Look at this crew. Number 1, Chelsea Alexis. Number 2, Regina Sonig. 3, Bev Waring. 4, Maxine Foster. And number 5, Melissa Castelline, who's in coaching. Yeah. Coaching agent. Fantastic. Congrats, Melissa, from up in our Milford office, right? Top producing teams, get it. Arlene Quirk, Sean Berger, team number 1. Dana Paris, number 2. Jess Keller, number 3. Barb Miller, number 4. The Pink Diner team, number 5. Congrats, top producing teams. Our mega teams. Galligan Realty Group, number 1. Jim Twistman, number 2. Shelley Realty Group, number 3. Donna Steo, number 4. Christina Primrose, number 5. Congrats, guys. Coaching milestones. Let's get our PC Cassie up here and let's give it to her. Come on. Coaching milestones.
So year to date, last year we were at 12.8 for volume. This year we're at 15.8. So congratulations to everybody, and extra congratulations to Melissa. Takes a lot of hard work. So we have some first under contracts with Robin, who's here. Andrew, Amy Patterson, and then first listings we got Cheryl.
Yeah.
I wonder where her daughter gets it from. Jacob, Haley, and then Ray Deli, Jonathan, and Carolina.
Yeah, congrats, guys.
Andrew, coaching agent of the month. I mean, we all got a million excuses, right? Andrew working a full-time job.
Go ahead, thanks.
Full-time job, being a parent to his daughter, like every single coaching class, every training. He's at work and he's still on. Like he's sitting in his car taking a lunch break just to come to coaching, asking questions, doing the right thing. And I'm so very proud of you. You're going to have a huge business, and it's an honor to be in business with you. Like I'm looking, there is a whole bunch of agents here on the coaching program, and you guys are completely crushing it. So great job.
Great job, guys. Thank you, guys. So we got our committees. We have the culture committee with Robert, Barb Miller, and Donna Steo as their co-chairs. Education, Kristen Durger, Sean Esposito, Jess Keller, Teresa Rocco, co-chairs. Growth committee, Amy Galligan, Irene, and Michael. Can we have our ALC members stand up? These are where you need to talk to. Be in relationship with these guys if you want to get into one of our committees. Contribute to the success and growth of our office. That's where you go. So let's applaud our guys for being great leaders and helping us drive this office forward. Thanks, guys. So of course, I'm going to expect you guys are going to review the market snapshot. If you don't mind, I'm going to just do a hard right turn and get over here to these boards and talk a little bit about some of this stuff. Is that all right with you?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. I just wanted to make sure you're still awake. I've been reading this book that I thought was really cool. It was called Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss, right? So at least the Sanderson knows. And as it turns out, Robert Hoffman was reading the book. David Coulter was reading the same book. And so we were all reading it at the same time, right? And we're currently doing that. I'd put a book club on the calendar if you guys weren't going to kill me, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to give you a recap. So as we're reading this book together, I get an email from, who my favorite guy is for podcasts, right? The Ed Milet Show. So Ed Milet sends me out an email that he had a podcast interview with Chris Voss, the writer of this book. Of course, I'm going to jump right in on it, and I think you guys should too. This is how to negotiate the right way. Take 50 minutes of your time and listen to this. Robert, I know you're chomping to get in there because you love this book. No, yeah.
Negotiate like a ninja.
Negotiate like a ninja. He could have called it anything. So Chris Voss, if you're saying, who is this guy and what does he know about negotiation? He was the FBI's top hostage negotiator for 24 years. So I think he has a little bit of an idea on how to negotiate. I think it's something like 2,400-ish hostages he negotiated out of these terrible situations. So I could tell you he's really, really good. And what he tells us is there's three types of people in a negotiation. There's an analyst, an accommodator, and an assertive type. You need to identify what those people are. And of course, I'm going to bastardize this in a quick 5-minute recap and with the expectation that you guys are going to listen to this. First thing you're going to need to do is identify who you are and who you're negotiating with in the transaction, in any kind of conversation, just that you have in life. What does that involve? It involves active listening. That is the advanced skill set required for any negotiations. This active listening, well, how do I show that to somebody? How do they know that I'm taking in what they're putting out? You're showing it by mirroring and matching the person across from you, which is so funny because as I'm diving into these books and these podcasts that other people are writing, it very much aligns with how we operate at Keller Williams and what's been taught to us in terms of mirror matching. So they're saying that that's a way for me to form that connection with somebody to let them know that they're heard. Okay. How do I do that? I'm going to repeat the last word they said. I'm going to repeat the last 2 words, 3 words that they said before I go and have a conversation around what it is they're talking about. What they're telling me, and Chris Voss is saying, is what leaders are lacking right now is empathy. Empathy is the ability to articulate the other person's perspective. Do you feel empathetic when you're having conversations with people, or do you think that might be something you could work on a little bit? I know personally for me, the active listening is the first thing that goes when I'm busy, right? Because I'm thinking about what else do I have to do? Oh God, this person's going to take my time. I don't have the time. Where's the time? I should be doing that and the other thing. I'm not paying attention to what's going on in front of me. So that is the empathy part, being able to articulate and connect with that other person. There's a reason why, and I found this really interesting, is there was a reason why business people play golf with each other. I thought it was because me and Lisa enjoy having fun on a Wednesday, right? Crushing it. We missed you yesterday. I missed being out. But last week she dominated on the course again, as usual. But why business people golf together, or why they started, was to get somebody in front of them for a long period of time and watch their integrity develop. You're playing a game that is just based off of straight trust. You're coming to tell me that you got 3 on this hole. You're not kicking your ball and cheating. You're not fudging a scorecard. I just spent 8 hours with you on a course. I'm watching your behavior when you're being truthful, so I know when you're lying to me. And that's how they get to know each other. So we're going to talk about a little hot tip, if you're in an escalated situation where something is getting a hot conversation, it doesn't need to necessarily be in a negotiation. It doesn't need to be in business. It could be in your just general life or any kind of relationship that you have. Any kind of escalated situation you're in, there's one sentence that you need to tell somebody to de-escalate the situation. And this seems like you have a great reason for saying that. That's it. Because what I'm doing is I'm validating the other person's feelings and I'm letting them know that I hear you, right? It takes the temperature down of the conversation. That is the gem that you should take out of this and incorporate that in every conversation that you're having moving forward. He says during this podcast, take a whole day and just operate that this is your response in a day and see how different your relationships are. So, active listening, he wants us to push back to how much time do you actually have for somebody that's not listening to you? 0. And you feel it and you see it and you know it immediately, right? It's like, I'm not talking to this person. They're not listening to me. How engaged are you at a listing appointment or a buyer's agent consultation if you're just thinking about what my compensation is going to be? I know it's the hot topic right now, but let's not lose sight of why we're here. We're here to help people. We're here to build a relationship. We're not here to collect a quick paycheck. That's the benefit of doing a beautiful job. What does it mean to be in a great deal or negotiate a great deal? And this is what I think is extremely important, and we just keep this in the forefront. A great deal, according to Chris Voss, equals a great long-term relationship of trust. Are you developing that with your clients? Are they becoming customers for life? So, do we have any questions on that portion? Any comments?
Do you think I'd like to add?
Go ahead.
Just want to emphasize is that this will help not only negotiating, but it will help in every aspect of your life, every relationship that you have. You'll find a lot of this is just universal advice on how to bond with people, better connect with them. The other thing was, I'd already lost the thought. Oh, in order to demonstrate empathy and build the trust, the mirror and matching, like I've always taken that to be more of a physical thing. Okay, you're sitting like this, you're doing, I'm kind of trying to mirror in that manner, but this is more by demonstrating that you're listening. So, like Karen had said, it's repeating the last key word from what they had just said. Thanks, sorry. And that's it. I think it's fantastic.
And that's why you need to be in the room. You go. Sorry about that.
That's good.
No, thank you, Robert. And I think like as we're diving into the book, everything is getting really clear and it's a really great book. And he really touches on go for no at this point. And you're going to say, what does that even mean? And you're going to look at this and think I'm crazy. It's to stop conditioning yourself to get a yes response from somebody. Ask questions that are going to be a no response. Cassie, don't we have a go for no? We have a whole thing. Let's make a bunch of phone calls and count our no's. Right. But it's funny how that book correlates to exactly what they're saying now. It's to set yourself up and get that mindset right, right? So do you think that Chris Voss has had to practice his script or his approach in order to be the FBI's top negotiator? Right? Where do you think he did that? He did that in the rooms with other negotiators, right? He went to Harvard. He sat there with the Harvard negotiation department, right? During the book, he tells this whole story. And ultimately, they shifted their gears on how they were looking at negotiation to how he was doing it. So it's just a really cool podcast and book that you guys should take a look at. Go ahead, Robert.
With the no, go for no thing. Yeah. With go for no, I think one of the things he talked about is trying to do that early on in the conversation. And the reason why that might be more effective or most effective is that when the other person says no, they feel a little bit more in control and the barriers come down a little bit and you're more apt to hear exactly what they're feeling. They're more apt to open up and share with you. And ultimately, that's what we want to discover is what's important to them.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. I just want to pull this over here and just go over just a little bit of some basics, okay, as we're going through this shift and we're going through some of these changes. What I know a lot of us in leadership, a lot of our coaches, we talk about the circle of influence, what we can and what we can't have influence on. So what circle is it in? When anything comes to us, you'll see that people that are actually practicing this specific thing is I look at this like a bullseye. The middle portion is stuff I can absolutely influence and I could control. The second ring is stuff that I may have influence on, so maybe I should give some time to it. The third ring, I can't control or influence any of that at all. So my time is better spent in circle 2 and 3 on things that I could potentially influence or things that I know that I can't. So where are you spending your time? And what you got to identify what circle these things when they're coming at you, where they belong. And then it really does help reset your mindset so you're not focusing on things that aren't good for you. So just think of the bullseye when you have stuff coming at you and ask yourself, what circle does that belong in? I don't have influence or control over what's going on in the market. I don't have influence or control over why these forms are the way they are, why we need to have these conversations now. But I know that my skill set is going to be sharp. I'm going to hone it and I'm going to go in there and dominate the industry. We have a word called the place where entrepreneurs thrive. And I really wanted to go into the word thrive for a second because that's a verb. A verb is an action item. This is Keller Williams, the place where entrepreneurs thrive. So what does that mean? Well, that means this is a place where you prosper, you flourish, you bloom, and you shine. Conversely, this does not mean that you're halting, lessening, shrinking, or shriveling. I thought that this is really important because we say it all the time, but it's actually an action. So this is what we need to get out there and show to the world what we're doing. We are thriving through these changes. Shifts don't shake us, they shake out more leaders. And what's funny is I'm watching all new leaders emerge during this shift and this transition. And it's pretty cool to watch. So I just made a little note there. I don't know if anybody saw the Olympics. Did anybody watch the Olympics? No? Right? It's Simone Biles. It's Celine Dion. Stand up there. Stiff person syndrome. Just singing in front of the whole world, opening up these ceremonies. Did you see her face after she got done singing? Did you see Simone Biles when she was holding that gold medal? That's you guys of the real estate world. So let's get that energy up. Let's get your shoulders back and let's lead the charge through the shift. Okay? I know I'm with the right people. I'm honored to be here with you guys. So I thank you for allowing me to do what I love. That's it. Robin, you want to make a comment? Hold a moment. Pass back to Mike.
I just wanted to say, like, the Simone Biles and the Celine Dion, I mean, that's Olympic, but these items that we're talking about, I mean, it's not just your work.
No.
It's your personal relationships and yourself breaking out of barriers, however you want to call them, and just putting yourself first to do better.
Yeah.
Getting more confidence in yourself. So that was all I wanted to say.
But that's Dan, I'm sorry. Do you want to chime in? No, go ahead.
I was done.
All right. Well, that's all part of working together is getting that confidence up because no, they can't hear it over the.
Check 1, 2.
It's on.
One of the things that is abundantly clear as you're talking about this book, and then the overlay with Go for No, and this is something that is integral to me and why I'm a part of this organization, is our belief system. And our belief system says, you know, the Y4Cs, 2Ts, it's on every wall in every market center, and it's on there for a reason. It's because you might be the pinnacle of the industry in terms of how you operate, but how are you operating as a person? And that's what the belief system is for. And, you know, integrity, do the right thing is a big part of that. My favorite personally goes to the point that Karen was just talking about, which is communication, seek first to understand. Yeah. And we're going to need that more now than ever when an agent doesn't get back to you on if they're offering cooperative compensation in a timely manner. You know, maybe they don't know that they need to, maybe they don't know how to, maybe they don't know they need a CBC form. Yeah. So, you know, living, breathing, and operating through that belief system is what makes you guys different than everybody else in this industry, regardless of how many houses you sell. That's all I wanted to add.
Well, and he just wrapped that up nice for us with a bow. How about that? Thanks, Steve. As we know, I'm going to breeze through a bunch of these things. We're not going to listen to these videos. We don't have time for this right now. We're getting ready for Mega Agent Camp, which if you're not going, you're not going. All right. It's Sunday. You got last minute. Maybe there's an extra ticket. I could pack you in a suitcase, take you with me. But we're going to bring back all the beautiful ahas. I got my W's going with me. We're going to share everything. Mega Agent Camp, this is to register. But guess what? It's not too late to register for Family Reunion in February. Early bird pricing is going on until 9:30. That's going to be in Las Vegas from the 17th through 21st. Yours truly will be there. And so will Cassie. Agent sites, there are new agent sites. You guys will review this. You can talk to Colleen about it. Bold is starting in October. Next month, we will have the Bold coach, Bo, on to give us a little sneak peek on what's coming up with Bold. He's pretty cool. We just met with him. He's a pretty cool dude. He's an OP. He was a former TL. He was a PC. He was broker, owner. He's everything. So, and he's not too fluffy. You guys will like him. He's direct. And he seems like he's got, you know, some really good chops. You know, you'll like him. MAPS events. We got the podcast network, upcoming events, diversity, equity, inclusion. There's going to be an addendum, whoop, whoop, to the MREA. What? Our Red Bible is getting an update? Yes, it is. So after Mega Camp, there will be an update that's going to be coming out. If you purchase your book after Mega Camp, then you'll have that update. David Coulter, shine some light on it. It's your moment. You and Bob Hay, broker moment. Let's go, guys. Where's the other mic? Way to set yourself up for an entrance.
Somebody said when I walked in, we're still walking around with these. Still walking around with these. I have them under my pillow at night. So what you've heard me say it in the classes that we've had, PAR standard forms update. All the guidelines to the new forms are in this. So if you're stuck on something, I ask you to refer to that first, get an understanding. You still have questions, certainly get to Dave and I. But as of Monday, the compensation is going to be out of Pocono MLS. It is already out of Lehigh Valley. And so there's different times when they're coming out of the MLS, so you got to be prepared for it. Also, you're going to have to talk a lot more about compensation to sellers and the buyers. You don't want to, when you have a seller that says, what is your commission? You need to say, we have to have a conversation on how the commissions work and not give them your commission, because I will tell you that a competitor is going to say, well, mine is 2% or mine's 3%. And they haven't explained to them what that is, that there is no offer of compensation. And they may have not even given the seller the opportunity for offer of compensation. So you want to have those conversations. You want to have the same conversations with your buyer as to what is your minimum fee. You need to talk to them about how am I going to get that if there's no cooperation offered on the list on the selling side. So you're going to hear more about it. I will tell you that this is a phenomenal company. You know, for years and years and years, I was on my own, or I was with a company that I made all the decisions. This company, and one of the things that really drew it to me is the support that you have, and having a Dan, having other leadership in KPG, we have somebody we can turn to, and we appreciate that. We appreciate the support, and this website is second to none. There is absolutely no other company that's going to have anything close for a long time. I did get a email from Chant Realty the other day with their rollout, and you got to scroll through 50 different listings or 150 different listings to try to find the one you want. There's no search on it. So that's really nobody's going to have what we have. That's going to be the envy of the industry. I can tell you that. Anything to add, Dave?
Yeah, just a couple of things real quick. Just to reiterate what Bob was saying, like, you know, I have the privilege of sitting in the chair next to him. So I get to see a lot of things running in the background. The amount of work that's going on before it gets to Bob and I is amazing. What they're putting into this, you know, for guidance, the discussions and legal counsel, all the stuff, the conversations on broker calls and things. We have just an amazing amount of support. The other thing is, I get a lot of questions from people, and I really appreciate it. What might seem like confusion and anxiety to you guys, to me seems like your enthusiasm to learn, and that's just terrific. I appreciate it. So we're, you know, all together, we're going to get all through all this. We're going to be leaders as, I mean, not that picture, but, you know, the graphs, the graphs that we've seen up here, you know, we're already blowing everybody else out of the water, and we're going to do it again and again and again in continuing to be leaders to educate other agents on how we do business. So thanks to everybody.
And if you get in a situation where the co-op agent doesn't understand and they're kind of giving you pushback on it, feel free to tell them, you know what, reach out to our brokers and they've got the expertise on it, and reach out to us, and we will be happy to talk to any of the co-broke agents and work on educating them also, because that's, you know, we're the leaders in the industry. We're the leaders in this community, and we intend to help you and support you any way we can, but certainly feel free to have them talk to David or I.
Yeah, well, I had two separate conversations, two different agents of ours that were being challenged on these things already by co-op brokers who obviously just unfortunately have not had the benefit of these classes. So, you know, prepare to offer some explanations out there.
Jump on Broker Hour. We had 49 on Tuesday. That's about 25% of our agents. So we appreciate the 49 for sure, but encourage others to jump on. And we are going to follow up with a contracts class on August 19th. That's a week from this coming Monday. That is going to be from 1 to 4. We're not going to break it down into 2 sessions this time. The 1 to 4, 3 hours, we're going to cover all of the upgrade.
Bob, I don't know if they're upgrades.
They're not upgrades. As we've discussed many times for Pennsylvania, this has been several steps backwards, unfortunately. But anyway, we're going to take it on, and we're going to deal with it, and we're going to be the leaders in it.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, broker team. So what I heard David and Bob say is no matter how many different initials somebody has after their name, do not let them bully you, especially through this transition. Do not let them, if they say something that you feel is not the correct way, stop for a second and talk to the broker team and make sure that it is correct? Because I can tell you, Simone Biles doesn't get bullied. You're not going to get bullied either, okay? That is my alarm. It is exactly noon. We're going to hear from, make sure, a reminder, RSVP to all classes, please. We have upcoming training directly after at 12:30 with buyer consultations and safety. Dan and myself will also be in the room with Teresa Rocco teaching and Sean Esposito. So that's huge. The contracts mastery. We have cornhole coming up on Thursday, cornhole tournament down at the Chestnut Hill Park. Business planning clinic. If you don't know where you're going, how do you know how to get there? You need to have your goals. And that's in October with Gene Rivers down at KW Malvern. Or no, I'm sorry, at Penn State Malvern.
Even if you do know where you're going, you still go.
Yeah, you absolutely. You need to know where you're headed. You need to know how to plan out and do it, craft an actual business plan and know how to run a business. This is how you do it. KPSS has provided us with our lunch today. Joanne, did you want to say something?
I just wanted to thank everyone on behalf of KPSS for all of the buyers that you are bringing to us. It's wonderful. And I want you to meet our new Serena. She will be sitting in the upstairs office. She's going to be doing all of our recording documents. Okay, so all the recording orders, etc. And I'm going to give her back some of the stuff that I've been doing. So she started Monday. So take it easy on her for a little bit, okay? I think her brain is probably it. And there is Chinese food out there, vegan barbecue, chicken, vegetables, egg rolls, rice. Have at it. Thank you again.
Thank you. And thank you, Joanne. And don't forget, lunch is $5 donation to KW Cares. The QR code is up there to scan, and that goes right to KW Cares. That's all I have for you guys today. We are going to, did you get the number from Colleen? All right, so we're going to do our drawing for the 50-50. Then I'm going to let you guys go to lunch and hopefully come back in the room at 12:30 for our buyer consultation class. All right, guys, thank you on Zoom land. Here, Donna, you want a mic?
Sure. My mouth is big, but not enough to go up there. So we're at $857. Did everybody get what they wanted here? Everybody good? Mhm. Okay.
So that's what, 420?
Oh, just add another 50 for it.
Another 50.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice job. 907.
907.
907. Wait, I have to give you a tickets, Mark. Get your tickets from. We don't have to put your tickets in the Zoom. Give the man his tickets. We'll throw these in. Seriously, one of the best cookies I've had.
It's delicious. See, shake them up.
So 450, 350. 450, 350. $907. Okay. So because she doesn't want any attention, I'm gonna have her pick the ticket. You? Yes. Only because you don't want the attention. Sure. Yeah. Oh, you're from the
1298961.
Thank you. So we'll get the money for anything. 405.15.
5250. Oh, that's nice. So, thank you. So in case nobody heard her, she's donating her half back to the cause. Thanks, everybody.
Hey, wait. Let's go. Farley. Real quick. Farley's up here from Virginia.